What is going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. I know the last episode was pretty short, so this one is also going to be a little short. Making up for the previous one. That's why it's short. This one and last one, I'm going to try to schedule them close to each other so that I can make up for that. So there'll be probably 4 videos this week instead of the normal 3. And, yeah, I just keep saying, let's get on with it. In the Shadow of the Estate, that's the next quest we have. That is part of the main quest. So, let's jump right into it, why don't we? Let's see. It's way over there. Aren't you glad that we already did our fast travels? Found our little flue flames. Alright.
Well, no more happy days for you.
Isn't that fun? Immediately. There's more.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Is that it? Come on. I was just trying to fast travel in here and it had to be all meh. About me showing up here. Alright. I could have flown away, but what fun is that? Actually, before we do this, look-sees. I think we're fine. Oh. Can we open it? Yep, we sure can.
A little more.
Going slow enough.
Revelio.
So is it? Alright. And we wait.
You made it.
Sure did.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it,
Need some lip balm.
even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
Alright. Let's go.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are.
Ooh,
My sister should be just inside.
The controller is acting up. There we go. Okay. It wasn't properly connected. My bad.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
It's kind of messed up if you think about it, though. Like,
I'm sorry
who
you had to see
curses
that.
a child.
If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I'm so sorry. I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I don't agree with that.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
Oh, speak with Anne. I didn't realize that was an option.
I'm
Alright.
sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
So, what is it? Was she got Crucio?
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Dear Anne, Hogwarts isn't the same without you. Well, sharp is still as foul, but you know what I mean. I hope you're feeling better, Sebastian. Sebastian, this is my potion kit, not yours. Leave my things be, Anne.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened.
So,
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
all of that we see about...
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
all of that we see from the Percival's trials and everything. About the girl who became a professor, who wanted to take her father's pain away. All of that is supposed to
Up
relate
there,
to Sebastian's story.
on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Which I kind of think was supposed to be the main plot, and then they changed it to be about Ranrock. And then made this
How
a
much
side
longer
story,
are we
or a side
expected
quest
to dig
or
through
whatever.
this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it.
Oops.
Wizard is a dead wizard anymore.
We must remain unseen.
The wizards will be defeated.
Oh, this day has gone on too long.
What was that? I feel as though I'm not alone. I know I learned something that time.
You've made your last mistake.
How'd you see me? I was hidden.
Such arrogance.
Levioso!
One less. How nice you I will make you pay.
Pity, not quite. Not quite.
I'm a goblin, not a taunt.
Forgetting where my
Losing his drive.
Confringo!
Your spells glanced off of
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
easy. My dude, that was so easy. I kept forgetting. I'm still not like entirely like in. It's not entirely in my memory. What my sets are. So that one's for movements, petting, drew attack. Okay.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Reparo.
I didn't know there was a thing you could do, huh? I mean, I know that like you can use repair. I didn't realize you could fix things you've broken in the game. Anyways. You good?
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly.
Peru.
It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
We shall.
They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
So I wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
I bet
Might
it
be
was
worth
that one
taking
that
a
we
closer
see
look at the house itself.
in the Pensives.
Revelio.
What was her name? I can't remember her name. Off the top of my head. Yeah, complete Roman trials. Alright, let's clear out something from our gear. Also, just an FYI, the reason we always clear something out from our gear to open chests if we can is because, oops. It's because outfits, or specific items, once you find them once, they stay in your appearance slots for as long as you want. But the reason that's a big deal is because that's part of collections. You want to fill out your collections for appearances. So here's some from quests, here's additional content ones, and then you have just different ways of collecting them. I think these come from... no? Well, I'm mistaken. You don't necessarily have to. But exploration, that's what, yeah. You don't have to pick them up, I guess, but I always do. Either way. Because like I said, when you go on here, and you go to gear, every single one you've ever picked up will be in here when you change the appearance. So if you want variety, pick stuff up. Pick stuff up often. Okay.
Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Yeah, it looks as though somebody was trying to stop you from being able to talk to the third person in the trials.
Confringo! Revelio.
Okay, now what?
This well looks familiar.
Yeah, because we saw it already. In the
Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach.
There you go. Couldn't remember it earlier.
She was one of the
Isadora Morganach.
keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it? When you put it like that. The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
I think I found some of my answers about the keepers.
Look at
Somebody was
this.
trying to keep you from being able to complete all the trials.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Well, there's two ways. You could fly in if you really wanted to. Alright, let's go. This is not what I was trying to do. How did this end up?
Lumos.
Okay, there we go. That's what I was trying to do.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
they've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
It is my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all that they can for them. The grief is palpable. Ones who have survived the plague are forever damaged by their loss. A fever may pass, the skin may mend and scar, but the devastating sorrow remains. I saw a man, much like my father, who had lost a child. I couldn't bear it. I longed to give him some shred of relief. I'm beginning to think that the others are wrong. I have the power to help these souls. It seems as arbitrary not to help them as it would to be rid them of their torment.
Journal entry of Isidora's. I should hold on to this.
I traveled here to learn, but I long to help. My internal struggle is overwhelming. It's as though the magic wants to heal, and I am the one preventing it from doing so. Should I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes, knowing that I could lessen the burden of heartache. I saw the man leaving camp today, the one who so reminded me of my father. Surely it wouldn't hurt to help him. I could further my research, of course, but that would be a fortuitous consequence of doing something good with this ability.
Seems these journal entries are from Isidora's travels.
Confringo! Lumos! Confringo! Lumos.
Here we go. What else we got? Another keepers looking type statue.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Revelio.
That's not what I'm saying.
Lumos.
I know it sounds strange,
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
but fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Lumos.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
A rune diagram. A rune. Can't speak diagram. Looks like the map chamber thing.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Alright. Why did we come out of here? Because it's a port key? Yeah, because it's a port key.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Alright, well. That marks the end of this episode. We will do some more quests in the next one, and I hope you guys enjoyed this.